Welcome back to the channel. It has been a day at work. I am flat wore out. It was cleanup day, and I'm getting a little old. So riding the shovel all day, climbing around under equipment. Was not the greatest time. So what's going on? Okay, we got a lot of things going on, and of course, like I said, we're absolutely working on the car that we have no business working on. It's going to like nickel and dime us to death and stuff like that. But inspiration's inspiration, man. What do you want me to do? Just ignore it? So that's not how I roll. You guys know that. We just go with the flow. If we're feeling it on something, we just start working on it. So, and then we'll get back to whatever we are supposed to be working on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it takes us a long time to get anything done, but we try, I guess. So anyway, one of the things we're going to need for our McNugget comeback, if you want to call it that, is a transmission. We're going to need something to put in the car to shift, and we'll talk about that some more later on down the road, I guess. But one of our options is the transmission that we pulled out of the Trojan horse, that we had two missed third gears, and we don't know what happened. So I got a few minutes for Teresa's on our way home, and I said, you know what, why don't I just pull this transmission, just take the tail shaft top cover off and see if we see anything obvious as to why we were having an issue when it was just shifting perfectly the trip before, and then we go up there and it won't shift like at all in the third gear. So see if maybe we can see something obvious. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drain the fluid out of it into Henry's oil pan water dish, and then I'm gonna start knocking everything apart real quick. And I probably won't show that. I may just tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. As a matter of fact, let's do that right this minute. So the first thing I'm gonna do is there is a plug on the side of the transmission. There's two plugs. There's a top one and a lower one to fill it into, if you want to do it that way. And to drain it, we will drain it, and then we will knock the pin, drive the pin. It has to make sure it's in neutral, drive the pin all the way through, Then we'll knock the bolts off the tail shaft. We'll knock the tail shaft off, and the whole shift block assembly comes out. There will be a roll pin that you knocked out. There will be a spring, and there will be a small ball, and that's what gives it the detent feel, where it goes in the detents. All that'll come off, and then we can take these 10mm bolts out and knock the cover loose, and then we can see inside the transmission. So it's just that simple. So let me get to it and see if we see anything. Let that syrup out, Daddy. Let that syrup out. Okay. Fluid looks decent. It's got a little silver in it, but that's fairly normal. Drive the pin all the way out. And then of course we can never get our freaking pliers, oh Lord. Now this tends to make a mess when it comes apart. Now, I wish Teresa would go buy some new shirts so I'd have some, some rags. I don't know what that woman's thinks she's doing. Crap, we gotta take that out. Son of a gun. There. I edited that out. Okay. Let's knock our shift block stuff off. Shift block, spring, dealio. There we go. I have no idea why this thing still has a speedo gear on it. Okay, out and up. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we got a spring problem. First off, these pads are, they're beat up a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, check this out. Third gear shift fork, check it out. It is fixing to go. Look at the crack. Look at the crack on that baby. Oh yeah, it was fixing to go, and the pads are destroyed. I mean, that's, Jesus. But yeah, this dude is fixing to go. Wow, it is cracked. Holy mackerel. It starts like right, yeah, I mean, you can see it. All the way, yeah. This thing was fixing to self-destruct. So, okay. Second gear fork doesn't look spectacular. I mean, see that wear ridge on it? That doesn't look spectacular. This honestly doesn't look horrible. That's just, but this thing was fixing to, yep, it was fixing to eject. Okay, but why was it fixing to eject? Okay, you see the keys right here. Second one, and then here's your third one. Okay, now, hold on, let me put you down for a second. Now, look at how this key is pushed up out in where it's supposed to be. And that one is okay, but this one, what is going on here? It's no bueno, I know that much. So we're gonna have to look into that a little bit more, see what's going on. Okay, so we have a couple of options. Obviously, McNugget right now has 513s, 514, whatever gear. It's got a 5 series gear in it. And we ran that with the Astro, and we had swapped in the transmission that is currently in, what's that transmission currently in? Oh, the brain? Currently in the brain. Yeah, transmission's currently in the brain. We had put that transmission in McNugget, and super happy with how it was performing, and then the engine let go. The only 302 that I've actually kicked a rod out of. Now I know Rob Zombie has an issue, but that is the only one that I have actually destructed, and I don't even understand. Speaking of that, the oil pan that was on McNugget, I took it out to work. As you may remember, we kicked a rod and split it. Had one of the guys at work, Doug, a fellow Mountain Dewer. He welded it up. It's not coming out of there anymore. So we've got that, and we'll put that on the engine. And you know, it's only fitting that it was on McNugget. So we can fix this. We can fix this transmission, which is a standard 335 T5, or take it apart and see what's going on here with the keys, because that's just weird. So anyway, yeah, take a look at that, see what's going on with that, and put this transmission in. But that would require us to swap gears, which isn't a big deal. We have a 456 laying on the floor, and we have a brand new clutch that was that Jason had got us quite a while back. But we have a brand new clutch. We could put that in with this transmission, 456s, and I would probably buy a different flywheel, one of those kind of cheapo lightweight ones. I say cheapo, they're not really cheap, but one of those kind of lightweight ones to help kind of soften things up. We're not trying to make this car super fast. I know that sounds weird for us, but we're not trying to make this car super fast. We're trying to do something with it, but we're not trying to make it super fast. So, but I would like to put a little bit lighter flywheel in it to help soften the hit up a little bit. So, So it would be this transmission, 456s, a brand new clutch, and a brand new flywheel, possibly. Or we could put the A5 in, have to buy a clutch for the A5, and it would be some cheap eBay thing. We had that one that we really liked, and we didn't like the pressure plate that much, but we did like the disc. It actually worked pretty good. We put that in and leave the gear, and I don't know. I'm really saving that transmission for something else. So this is probably what's going to happen. We're probably going to do this 456 lightweight flywheel, new clutch from Jason. Just call it good. That makes the most sense to me, I think. So anyway, Teresa is on her way home, so we will take this apart more later on. And yeah, cool. But we got other stuff to do to the car, so we got a lot of stuff to do to the car. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, it's the next day. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt, the same shorts. I changed into this when I got off work because my work clothes were dirty. So they don't have much wear time on. And these are work clothes anyway, so don't judge me on this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We made a decision. We're gonna roll with 456s because I love changing gears. But that saves us a little money, and plus, honestly, I do want to use the T5 or the A5 in another project that God knows when that we'll get to that, but I just don't want to have it in another car. So we're going to put this T5, we're going to knock fifth off and everything, pull the main shaft out, and we're going to investigate further into this situation. I don't know if I'll film a lot of that. But we do have a top cover here that from one of the other transmissions that has shift forks in it. Look pretty decent. So technically speaking, I don't have to buy a shift fork. We're going to put this top cover on. We also have some shift fork pads. It's courtesy of Hanlon Motorsports. I know. Talk about this for one quick second. The brass shift fork pads. I am flip a coin for me. If they're in there, great. If they're not, great. They wear and get bashed up just as much as the plastic ones. You would think they would hold up better, but to me, it doesn't really seem like they technically do. But I don't know. I mean, opinions vary. At the same time, people like to modify their stuff, and they like to say, I've got X, Y, Z part in my engine or transmission or suspension, and you know, the longer the model is, the better the car. Here's my opinion on T5 stuff, on these transmissions, the way I race them and drive them and stuff like that. You're going to break third gear shift forks. I have never broken a second gear. I have never broken a 1-2 shift fork, ever. I've changed one or two just based on wear. Just looked at it and said, man, that really looks, got some bad wear on it. Put a different one in or a new one. I've never broken one. Never. I've never seen a cracked one. Never cracked one. Third gear, holy crap. 3-4 shift fork, oh my God. We've broke what? I mean, God, probably 12, 13, 14, something like that. My opinion, the longer throw, I don't care how your shifters, shift stops are adjusted. That's just my opinion. The longer throw, the angle that you're moving the shifter and it being longer, and people say, oh, I rip second. People bash third gear. It gets way more abuse, in my opinion, just on how you're driving the car. Just because you're basically gut punching somebody. Second gear, you're like, ripped it. Third gear, you're putting yourself into it. You're coming from the well with it, and you're bam. So it gets jacked. That's just my opinion. That's why I think we break a lot of them. So the billet ones are $200 or $300. So you can buy a lot of shift forks for that. I mean, I know the work and everything else, and I've had some that have broken quickly. I've had some that have lasted for a really, 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 really long time. So, and sometimes they also break that crack that was in this shift fork, I think that was due to what was going on with the transmission. It wasn't like it was cracked and started this. I think this is what cracked it. Those 2 hits where I missed and slammed it, that probably put the crack in it. Can't prove that. That's just my opinion. It's my speculation. But the shift stops were adjusted correctly. If you're going to race a T5, in my opinion, unless you have a billet 3/4 shift fork, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. If you go to the track once or twice a year, come on, bro. You could go 10 or 15 years without ever breaking one. We go to the track a lot. We make quite a few passes. I've already made almost 60 passes this year. I mean, so, you know, we're plus street stuff. So anyway, whatever. That's just my opinion. Sometimes we get the, you know, brake shift forces, the shifter aren't adjusted right, blah, blah, blah. That, my opinion is, you're going to break a 3/4 shift fork if you race it enough, drive it enough, bash on it. And racing at the track is different than racing on the street, where you, at the track, the car is hooked up. The tires are hooked up, the clutch is hooked up. Everything is hooked up. On the street, when it's spinning and stuff like that, it's not loaded like it is at the track. That's a big difference as well. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fix this, and we're going to go 335. We're going to get some of the guys. I've talked to the crew on the channel. We're going to have to pull a few extra shifts at the club. We're going to have to, you know, have a few more speaking engagements, and somebody might have to give up a semester's worth of college tuition for us to buy a flywheel. But you know what? The family's got to contribute. That's just the way it is. Teresa, she doesn't have. She just lets us do it, so she doesn't have to supply anything monetarily wise or give up anything. So, I guess that's it, crap. I'll just go ahead and end this video. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. Once again, in action, Jason with the clutch. We also have another clutch that Dawn had sent us, but we have it earmarked for the power adder car, for the brain, whenever we're going to need one. But especially, we couldn't do without you. We wouldn't want to, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Sandy and Fox Body Videos on this your man's YouTube. 1 year, 5-speed push rod, stick shift Lincoln Town cars, 4 drag vans. Obviously, you guys come check out Dude at Club Big Boost, man. Come check them out. The extra shifts. Maybe we'll get Big Tony. He'll be on the, you know, he'll be spinning the disc, man. You know what I mean? And as always, fight a good fight against those zombie Mustangs and that rascal Dr. Fear. So this is the cure for Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next damn video.